Or Hi, friends. Today we have a super special guest who's not just awesome, she's crayon-tastically cool. She's the world's first crayon activist, and she's helping kids everywhere feel seen and included with her amazing movement called More Than Peach. She's smart, kind, and changing the world one crayon at a time. Please give a big, colorful welcome to Bellen Woodard. Hi, Bellen.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today.
We are so excited to have you. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Belen, we have a lot of questions for you, and I'll start with the first one. So the first one that is like, what inspired you to write More Than Peach, your first book, and how does it reflect your personal experiences?
So, when I decided More Than Peach, the book is based off my experience on how I started my whole brand. And so I started in the classroom when I noticed the language around the skin color crayon because my classmates would refer to the peach crayon as the skin color crayon automatically. And I started questioning this language because why were we only handing over the peach crayon when there's many beautiful colors? And so I decided I wanted to make a solution and I wanted to change the language so that we had language that had everybody in mind and that was something that included everybody. And so when I decided to make a new solution and to create a new language, which was to ask what color they want because it could be any number of beautiful colors, that's when I decided I wanted to make my own brand. So then I wanted not only for this language to be in my classroom, but I wanted this language to spread across the world. And I knew I could do it. So that's when I decided to make my business, which is what my book, my first book, More Than Peach, is written around.
That is so beautiful. That's amazing. Can you share a memorable reaction you have received from someone who read your book?
So I feel like every reaction is just something memorable, especially when I'm reading to kids and seeing and hearing their questions after I read it. I feel like it's just something so rewarding to hear because little kids have a really special understanding of the world at such a young age. Their perspective is so innocent, and everything that they know is from curiosity. And so when I read my book and I hear their questions and hear that they understand what I'm trying to convey is just amazing because that's exactly what I want my message to reach exactly kid. I want my message to reach everyone, but kids are definitely some people who need to hear this message so we can start them out early. So when I hear that they really do understand what I'm trying to convey, it's amazing.
That's great. And here's the big question. How do you manage your time between school, writing, and running More Than Peach?
So, how I manage my time is my parents make sure that even with all of the interviews and writing and all of those things, I still have plenty of time to be a kid. And so I go to school, just like I go to school. And I'm also a dancer, so after school I do have dance. I have dance a lot, but these are all things I enjoy doing, and I still have time to do it even with writing, and I do enjoy writing, so I'll make sure to always make time for that. And I work on managing my schedule so I'm not overworked, but I also like being busy, and I also like doing all of these. I really enjoy doing all of these things. So even though sometimes it can get to be a lot and super busy, in the end is very worth it because these are still things I really enjoy doing and I love doing.
That's awesome. And kudos to your parents.
Yes, yes.
What subjects or activities at school do you enjoy the most?
So I really like all subjects, but I like English for sure, but I also some subjects I find extra interesting are science and history, especially history this year because this year is the first time I'm going outside of Virginia State social studies and kind of just US studies in general. I'm now like studying the world and I find that really cool to see how like the different cultures like began and how we kind of because now we have all these beautiful cultures and seeing how it started and seeing how they kind of learned to develop on their own without social media and phones and all those things. I find that really interesting. And and yeah, and how all these cultures are still here today. So I find it really cool.
That's awesome. Have your teachers or classmates influenced your journey as an author and an activist?
I would say for sure, especially since this whole activist journey started in the classroom.
Mhm.
And I feel like without my teacher echoing what I had said in my language that I was using, I feel like that was just kind of just green light for me. And because my teacher was someone I looked up to, and hearing her trust my vision as an adult and me being an 8-year-old little girl and her being an adult that I did look up to, I feel like that was just amazing. And I feel like without that interaction, I wouldn't. I feel like I still I mean I was very passionate in this. I still would have found a way, but I feel like that was just something very necessary in helping this process. So my teachers and my classmates have definitely influenced this journey. My classmates were the people who even like started spreading this language around the school as well. So that was just amazing.
So, has More Than Peach like evolved since its inception?
I would say More Than Peach has definitely come a long way. When I first started More Than Peach, it's always been about letting kids be kids and giving them their best options. And it's still about all of that. And I've learned so much about I've met so many people since then, and I've gotten to hear so many perspectives and so many experiences, and people have shared all their beautiful stories to me. Um, so yeah, I've my perspectives have has widened, and since even launching my crayons, which actually came first before any book, my crayons, I am now the youngest person to be on to be in the featured Black History Month collection of Target, as well as on the shelves of Target. And so, yeah, we got my stuff in Target. So we've definitely gone a long way, and yeah, and have my books to be bestsellers and I've gone worldwide, and that's exactly what I need. So it's great.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you, thank
that's
you.
really big. How has your family supported you throughout this journey as an author and an activist?
So my family are definitely some of my biggest supporters for sure. And even my brothers, they actually helped with my Target for Black History Month. I released a coloring book, and it was Black History is World History coloring book. And my brothers helped tremendously with that book, or with that coloring book, I mean.
Mhm.
And my brothers even helped with the writing process of my books, and caught some details that I would have never caught, especially because I my book actually More Than Peach is out in Spanish and French. They have a Spanish and French copy as well. And my brother, he does speak Spanish, and he caught something that changed the whole title and with my Spanish book. So without their help, I mean, the details and the attention to detail and the help with the coloring book, um, they're they're huge supporters and even huge helpers. So, yeah.
I know you are a busy person, but what do you do during your free time? Like, do you have any hobbies, activities that you enjoy?
So during my free time, I do have dance almost every day. I think I have about 13 hours a week. But aside from that, when it's warm out, me and my dad do like to play tennis. So that's something I enjoy because there's a tennis court in my neighborhood. And then I also enjoy to hang out with my friends, of course. Go on bike rides. Bike riding is something fun I love to do. And really just enjoying my childhood and playing with my dogs, hanging out with my mom and dad, hanging out with my brothers when they're not being brothers. And so yeah, just stuff like that and cooking too and also like learning new things and writing too.
So you just, published your second book. So what's the process of writing a book and how do you come up with how did you come up with the title for your second book, Ballet Brown?
So the process of writing a book, it's a very long process. I've been writing, Ballet Brown has been in the making for about 2 years. But the process is it can be very nitpicky, and with illustrations and everything, like you want your illustrations to be amazing and really tell the story. You want the illustrations, the illustrations are a very big part in telling the story, and also just the attention to detail is a big part to telling the story as well. And then how I came up with the name Ballet Brown is it's a pair with ballet pink, which is a term that is very commonly used in ballet around the pink tights and the pink shoes and all that stuff in ballet. But the reason why I named it after Ballet Brown, or sorry, the reason why I based it off of ballet pink is because ballet pink was originally created to elongate the lines of the European dancers with the lighter skin tones because the pink went with their skin on the stage and it made them look elegant and beautiful. But as more skin tones was added to ballet, the pink just doesn't give that same effect to everybody. It kind of looks like, well, my legs are pink, but the rest of me well, this does it's those are not my legs. And so I wanted to create a term, and Ballet Brown isn't only my new book, but it's also my new term that I coined and the mindset that I've created to kind of convey the message that it's more than just about brown tights and brown shoes. It's about giving people equivalent options so that our spaces are whole and that um, we can still feel as good as everybody else and still feel elongated and elegant.
Absolutely. That is so beautiful.
Thank
Would
you.
you like to share any advice to future authors?
So, some advice I would like to give to future authors is, as I was saying earlier about like the attention to detail, I feel like details are super important because one detail can just change the whole way it's perceived. And I feel like the attention to detail, even if you think maybe nobody would notice it, it still contributes something, and the message is and it's definitely worth it. And so I would say pay attention to the attention to detail and just be curious and be intrigued to learn more and have an open mindset and do your research and you'll have a great book.
Thank
And
you.
trust yourself. Sorry, trust
Are
yourself.
there are there any books you're planning in the future?
So I am planning on a new book, but I can't say too much just yet, just because Ballet Brown is releasing tomorrow, May 6th. So I will make sure, stay tuned, and I'll make sure to get back. I'll make sure to get back about that very soon, as soon as possible.
Oh, we cannot wait to get hold of your third book.
I can't wait either.
So, oh, would you please, read a few pages from your new book?
So this is my new book, Ballet Brown. That's the cover. And then I can read the first few pages.
Okay.
Okay. I've been in love with dance since I was 2 years old. To me, dance is a conversation with the world. My ballet world was once full of color, but then the rainbow vanished. Pink became the priority. Pink leotard, pink tights, pink ballet shoes. Ballet is a dance that can reflect our many beautiful stories. I practiced, twirled, and leaped, and waited for the reflection staring back at me to express mine. My studio's dress code said all the girls had to wear pink, so I did, and pinned, tucked, and pulled my afro into the bun that was best for me. I pushed my way through every jeté, chaîné, and piqué across the studio floor and stage. With every new move, I loved ballet more. But something wasn't right. When I saw myself in the mirror, it looked like my legs didn't belong with me. And that's the little snippet.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. We loved having you over today and book reading with Sammy, and can't
Thank
wait
you.
for the book to be released.
Thank you. I'm so excited and I'm so glad I got the chance to share.
Oh, thank you. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank